What if I told you there's a single meal that can actually help clear plaque from your arteries, naturally without any pills or surgeries? Most people think heart disease comes from cholesterol, but the truth is it starts with tiny microbes, inflammation, and calcium buildup inside your arteries. Today, I'm going to show you the exact meal packed with omega-3 as vitamin K2 and powerful probiotics that can cleanse your arteries, reduce blood pressure, and protect your heart for life. Stay tuned because what you'll learn in the next few minutes might literally save your heart. Understanding plaque and cardiovascular disease. Let's talk about the best meal you could eat to help reduce plaque buildup in your arteries or even prevent cardiovascular disease. I've done plenty of videos about what to avoid to protect your heart, but today we'll focus on what to actually eat. Before we get into the foods, it's important to understand what's happening inside your body when plaque begins to form. So, what exactly is plaque? Plaque is a mixture of calcium, protein, and cholesterol. Many times, the calcium is there because of something called biofilms. Now, what are biofilms? Biofilms are colonies of microbes that build tiny calcium ooglus, or shells, to protect themselves. These microbial communities can hide underneath those calcium deposits, making it hard for your immune system to detect or destroy them. Plaque tends to build up on roughened or damaged areas of your artery walls. If your arteries were smooth and strong, plaque would rarely accumulate. But when the inner lining of your arteries gets irritated or damaged, that's when plaque starts sticking. So what causes this damage in the first place? It often comes from oxidation, inflammation, or lesions inside the arteries. The root causes of that include too much sugar in your diet, being diabetic or prediabetic, consuming too many omega-6 fatty acids from junk food and vegetable oils, alcohol, and processed foods. Whenever you see plaque, you'll almost always find a specific type of LDL cholesterol called small dense LDL particles. These small dense particles are the ones most associated with heart disease, and they're directly linked to a high sugar, high carb diet. LDL itself isn't bad. It's simply a protein carrier that transports cholesterol through your bloodstream like a shuttle bus. Cholesterol doesn't just float freely in your blood. It always travels within these LDL particles. When your arteries are damaged, your body uses cholesterol as a band-aid to help repair the injured areas. Over time, this repair material can mix with calcium and fibrous proteins, forming a thick layer of plaque, and sometimes even blood clots called thrombi. So, plaque isn't just about cholesterol, it's actually your body's attempt to patch up inflammation or injury inside the arteries. The real problem is the chronic damage that keeps happening, forcing your body to keep sending in cholesterol and calcium to seal the wounds. Now that we understand what plaque really is and how it forms, let's move on to how we can prevent, slow down, or even reverse this process with specific nutrients and foods. In the next part, we'll discuss the key vitamins and nutrients your arteries desperately need, including vitamin K2, vitamin C, and vitamin E, and how they work together to keep calcium out of your arteries and inflammation under control. The key vitamins that protect your heart. Now that you understand how plaque forms in your arteries, let's talk about what you can actually do to prevent, slow down, or even reverse this process. One of the most important nutrients for this purpose is vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic controller for calcium. It tells calcium where to go. When you have enough K2 in your body, calcium moves into your bones and teeth where it belongs. But when you're deficient in K2, calcium tends to get deposited in your soft tissues, including your arteries and joints. That's one of the major reasons why arteries harden over time. So, vitamin K2 helps keep calcium out of your arteries and sends it into your bones instead, reducing plaque formation and improving arterial flexibility. But that's not all. There's another important connection between plaque and microbes. Research shows that periodontal bacteria, the harmful bacteria found in your mouth, have been discovered inside arterial plaque. Yes, the same bacteria that cause gum disease can actually travel through your bloodstream and contribute to plaque buildup in your heart arteries. How does that happen? It happens through something called bacterial translocation. When your gums bleed or become inflamed, they develop teeny openings that allow bacteria to leak into your bloodstream. Once they enter your circulation, these microbes can attach themselves to damaged areas in your arteries, especially where inflammation already exists, and form or worsen plaque. And it's not just your mouth. The same thing can happen from your gut. If you have leaky gut syndrome, bacteria from your intestines can slip through the gut wall and enter your bloodstream, adding to the problem. That's why keeping your gut and oral health strong is crucial for heart health. Now, let's bring in the next critical nutrient, vitamin C. Vitamin C is essential for repairing and maintaining the inner lining of your arteries. It helps build collagen, which strengthens blood vessel walls and prevents those tiny lesions where plaque tends to form. If your body doesn't have enough vitamin C, your arteries become weak and prone to damage, allowing plaque to attach more easily. Vitamin C also acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting your arteries from oxidative stress caused by high sugar, P toxins, and inflammation. Next up is vitamin E, another powerhouse for cardiovascular protection. Vitamin E helps prevent oxidative damage to the walls of your arteries. It keeps your endothelial tissue, the inner lining of blood vessels, smooth and flexible, preventing the formation of lesions that can attract plaque. It's also vital for heart muscle function, ensuring your heart cells get enough oxygen and stay healthy. Vitamin E deficiency is linked to higher oxidative stress and a greater risk of heart attack. So now we have three of the most important vitamins for your arteries. A vitamin K2 directs calcium to your bones. A vitamin C strengthens and repairs arterial walls. A vitamin E prevents oxidation and supports heart muscles. In the next part, we'll dive into the essential fats that can make or break your heart health, specifically the right balance between omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, and how one special type of fish can dramatically reduce inflammation and protect your arteries from further damage. The power of omega-3 fatty acids and anti-inflammatory foods. So now that we've covered the essential vitamins, K2, C, and E, let's talk about another major factor in heart and artery health: fats, specifically the balance between omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Most people today consume way too many omega-6 fatty acids from junk food, seed oils, and processed snacks. These omega-6 fats are highly inflammatory and can easily damage your arteries over time. On the other hand, omega-3 fatty acids do the exact opposite. They help reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and lower your risk of cardiovascular disease. So to truly support your heart, you need to keep omega-6 low and omega-3 high. Now, what's the best food source of omega-3? That would be wild-caught salmon. Wild-caught salmon is rich in two key omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. These compounds are essential for keeping your arteries flexible and reducing the buildup of plaque. Omega-3s also help lower triglycerides, support your heart muscle, and even reduce blood pressure by calming inflammation in the arteries. So, the first major part of your heart, protective meal should include a serving of wild-caught salmon. But there's another fascinating food that takes heart health to the next level, one that most people overlook. It's called sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is basically fermented cabbage, and it's one of the most powerful superfoods you can eat for your arteries. Why? Because it's loaded with lactic acid bacteria, which are beneficial microbes formed during fermentation. Lactic acid bacteria are not just one single type, it's a whole group of friendly bacteria that support your gut and immune system. They help inhibit biofilms, those same microbial colonies we talked about earlier that can form under calcium deposits in your arteries. By preventing biofilms, lactic acid bacteria actually stop microbes from hiding and contributing to plaque buildup. And there's more. Sauerkraut also works as a natural AC inhibitor, which means it can help lower blood pressure, just like certain heart medications, but naturally. This fermented food also supports a healthy gut microbiome, and science has shown a strong connection between gut health and heart health. When your gut microbes are balanced, your inflammation levels go down, your LDL cholesterol improves, and your arteries stay cleaner. In fact, lactic acid bacteria can even help regulate LDL cholesterol, particularly the small, dense LDL particles that are most harmful. It doesn't stop there. These good bacteria also improve your ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin E-D and vitamin K2, all of which are vital for your cardiovascular system. So sauerkraut isn't just a side dish, it's a superfood for your heart. It strengthens your gut lining, reduces harmful microbes, provides probiotics, and delivers an impressive amount of vitamin K2 and vitamin C, 7 times the daily recommended amount of vitamin C. In fact, when you include sauerkraut with your salmon, you're not just eating, you're actively healing and protecting your arteries. In the next part, we'll move on to the perfect salad that completes this heart-healing meal, featuring arugula, olive oil, vinegar, and a few powerful add-ons that can lower blood pressure, fight inflammation, and enhance vitamin absorption even more. The ultimate heart-healing salad. Now that we've covered the benefits of wild-caught salmon and sauerkraut, let's complete this heart-healing meal with one of the most powerful foods you can eat for your cardiovascular system: a large arugula salad. Why arugula? Because it's far superior to regular lettuce when it comes to nutrition and heart protection. Arugula belongs to the cruciferous vegetable family, just like kale and broccoli, which means it's loaded with compounds that support liver detoxification, reduce inflammation, and help regulate blood sugar. Arugula is also naturally bitter, and that bitterness isn't a bad thing. It stimulates digestion and helps your liver produce bile, which in turn improves fat metabolism. That's especially important for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like K2, D, and E, all essential for arterial health. Another reason arugula is so beneficial is that it's rich in DIMs, diindolylmethane, a compound that has anti-inflammatory and anti-biofilm properties. P. This means it helps prevent the very bacterial buildup that can lead to plaque formation. And on top of that, arugula is high in potassium, a mineral that helps relax blood vessel walls, keeping your arteries soft and your blood pressure under control. So the base of your salad should be a big handful of fresh arugula. Now, let's talk about what to put on top of it. P. Start with extra virgin olive oil, but make sure it's the real stuff. High-quality olive oil is one of the most heart protective fats you can consume. P. It's loaded with antioxidants called polyphenols, which help reduce inflammation, protect your endothelial lining, and lower blood pressure naturally. Then add a splash of apple cider vinegar. You can also use balsamic vinegar or red wine vinegar, but apple cider vinegar has a unique compound called acetic acid, which helps regulate blood sugar, balance cholesterol levels, support bile production, reduce overall inflammation. This simple addition not only enhances the flavor of your salad, but also strengthens your cardiovascular health from multiple angles. Now, for a crunch, add a small handful of sunflower seeds. These seeds are packed with vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for your heart. Vitamin E protects your arteries from oxidative damage and helps keep your blood vessels flexible. Together, arugula, olive oil, vinegar, and sunflower seeds create a synergistic combination that helps reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and nourish the heart. But there's one more topping that takes this salad to the next level: hard cheese, specifically authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, the original Parmesan cheese from northern Italy. This cheese is loaded with vitamin K2, which, as we learned earlier, directs calcium out of your arteries and into your bones. Authentic Parmigiano Reggiano is aged for 1 to 3 years, P, allowing beneficial bacteria to develop naturally, making it not only rich in protein but also a mild probiotic food. Be cautious with the American Parmesan versions, though. Many of them are industrially made, aged for only 10 months, and sometimes include fillers like cellulose, which is literally wood pulp. Those versions won't give you the same heart benefits. So, P, make sure to use the authentic Italian Parmigiano Reggiano, shave it fresh on top of your salad, and enjoy its nutty, savory flavor. In the next and final part, P, will add the finishing touches to this heart-healing meal. A powerful ingredient that supports blood thinning, lowers blood pressure, and helps destroy harmful microbes hiding inside your arteries. Garlic and the complete heart-healing meal. We've talked about wild-caught salmon for omega-3s, sauerkraut for probiotics and vitamin K2, and an arugula salad packed with antioxidants and minerals. Now, P, let's add the final ingredient that ties everything together: garlic. Garlic is truly one of nature's most powerful heart-protective foods. It's been used for centuries for its antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and blood-thinning properties. Whether you use it raw, powdered, roasted, or fermented, garlic helps your cardiovascular system in multiple ways. First, garlic naturally thins the blood, which reduces the risk of blood clots forming inside the arteries. That's especially important if you're prone to high blood pressure or high cholesterol. Second, garlic can lower blood pressure by relaxing the smooth muscles in your arteries, improving circulation, and reducing the strain on your heart. Third, garlic has strong anti-biofilm effects. Remember those microbial communities we discussed earlier, the ones that form calcium shells and hide within arterial plaque. Garlic helps break down those biofilms, preventing bacteria from sticking to your artery walls and making plaque worse. It also helps lower LDL cholesterol and supports the production of healthy HDL cholesterol, which helps transport excess cholesterol away from your arteries and back to your liver for processing. Now let's take a step back and look at this entire meal as a whole, because this isn't just a meal, it's a complete heart-healing formula. Here's what your plate should look like: a wild-caught salmon rich in omega-3 fatty acids to reduce inflammation, support heart rhythm, and lower blood pressure. Sauerkraut, a fermented superfood full of probiotics, vitamin K2, and vitamin C to support your gut and prevent calcium buildup in your arteries. A large arugula salad packed with potassium, fiber, and plant compounds that support detoxification, blood sugar balance, and smooth artery walls. Extra virgin olive oil provides healthy monounsaturated fats and antioxidants that keep blood vessels flexible and lower blood pressure. Apple cider vinegar helps regulate blood sugar, cholesterol, and bile production, all while reducing inflammation. The sunflower seeds, a powerful source of vitamin E to protect arterial walls from oxidation. Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, authentic hard cheese loaded with vitamin K2 and protein to strengthen bones and keep calcium out of arteries. A garlic, the final touch that helps thin the blood, destroy harmful bacteria, and lower blood pressure naturally. Together, these foods form one of the most nutrient-dense meals you can eat for preventing or even reversing arterial plaque. They work synergistically, meaning they multiply each other's benefits, creating a powerful internal environment where calcium, cholesterol, and inflammation stay in perfect balance. This combination not only supports the arteries and heart muscle, but also benefits your gut, immune system, and metabolism. Over time, it can help restore smooth, clean arteries and reduce the risk of heart disease dramatically. Now that you know what to eat, remember, it's not just about adding these foods, but also about avoiding the things that cause damage in the first place: sugar, refined carbs, vegetable oils, and processed junk foods. Replace those with real whole foods like these, and your body will naturally begin to heal. If you found this information helpful, the next most valuable step is to learn about biofilms in your mouth, because many of these arterial microbes actually start there. Check out that video next. It'll show you exactly how your oral bacteria can impact your heart health in ways you've probably never imagined.